So continuing with the last part, these were the WH words and the auxiliary. So as you notice, the WH word goes first, then the auxiliary, then the subject, then the verb in the base form, and the complement. So notice that the verb doesn't change because we have the auxiliary. If you have the auxiliary, the verb does not change, okay? If you have the auxiliary, the verb does not change. So remember that. You don't have to worry about conjugation when using simple past. Use the auxiliary did with all subjects, nouns and pronouns. Okay, so we use did for everybody, for I, for you, for she, for he, for it, for they, for we, for you. We use did. The verbs in past are always the same with all subjects, with all the subjects. They don't suffer any changes or transformation, okay? So you can say, you went, and you can say she went, and you can say they went. So that's what it means, okay? You went, she went, they went. So there's no any transformation because this is third person. It's the same for everybody. The same with the auxiliary did, the same thing. Never use did with the verb be. Okay, you're never going to use the auxiliary did with the verb be. So why is that? You might be wondering. Well, that's simple. We say, were you at home yesterday? Were you at home yesterday? So what happens with this question? This is the verb to be, okay? This is the verb to be in past. This is the past of, let me see if I can put it here, are, where. So that is the past of are. The past of are. Okay, present, past. So were you at home yesterday? So here I cannot use did. That's basically impossible. Like, did were you at home? No. Not even here. Were did you at home? No. Doesn't make sense. It's not logic. So you're going to say, were you at home yesterday? No, it's not correct, Lewander. We never use that. Look at my example. Where did you be yesterday? No, not at all. That's a disaster. So you can say, where were you yesterday? Where were you yesterday? So this is the correct form. Where, WH word, verb to be, yesterday. So where were you yesterday? So this is how you're gonna do it, okay? Where were you yesterday? If it's for she, you're gonna say, where was she yesterday? Where was she yesterday? So was is the past of is. Okay? Was is the past of is and am. Let me put it like that so you have more space. So are is the past of were, and is and am as past have was. So was is the past of is and am, and were is the past of are. Okay, so where was she yesterday? So that's how we use it. That's why I say we never, ever use did with the verb be, with the verb to be, never. Okay? Cool. Now, these are the time expressions that we use with the simple past. We use yesterday, we use the day before yesterday, we use last night, last week, last month, last year. We say 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years ago. This is a very good word and very used, ago. 2 days ago, What is 2 days ago? Oh, Saturday. 2 days ago, teacher, that's Saturday, okay? 2 days ago is Saturday, last Saturday. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, that's Friday. 3 days ago, that's Friday. So that's how you use it. So these are time expressions that we use with the simple past. And they are very important because with the simple past, you use time expressions. You have to use time, either stated or not stated, or not. So common mistakes. Did you eat yesterday? You see, this is what you were doing before. Past, in the auxiliary in past, and the verb in past. That is incorrect. So this is incorrect. Another mistake. Did you was here? Another mistake. So this is totally incorrect. The correct form to say that, it's was she here? That's the correct form. Was she here? Another. I didn't the homework. What is the problem here? I didn't the homework. What is the problem? No verb. There's no verb in there. Exactly. So the correct one is I didn't do the homework because you were missing the verb. So this is the correct form. I didn't do the homework. Good. And the other part, it's I go yesterday. Ooh. What is the correct form? You have two ways to say that. You can say, I didn't go. I didn't go yesterday. I didn't go yesterday. Okay. Or you can say, I went yesterday. It depends on the situation, but those are like the two forms this sentence could go. I didn't go yesterday or I went yesterday, but not this, okay? So this is incorrect. Put it in red, this two in green. So this is how it goes. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Babies, any questions? No? Okay, cool. Well, you can have always questions at the end. Okay, so one video is up already. Let's prepare the other video. So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. So I'm posting the videos right away, okay? So I can share the link with you as soon as I finish. Okay, so let's continue. Regular and irregular verbs difference. So in simple past, and this is something very important for you, there are two types of verbs, okay? There are two types of verbs. And now, as you know, because you don't know, But let me change this and let me put it. In past, actually, there are two types of verbs, regular and irregular. Again, regular and irregular. So the regular verbs are the ones that follow a specific structure. Irregular verbs don't follow a specific structure. They are just crazy. Okay, they are independent. They don't follow any structure. They are independent. They don't need any rules, anything. They're just independent. So they're called regular because, as their name indicates, they follow regulation, rules. In other words, you have to understand the rules to form the past of regular verbs and pronounce them correctly. Okay, so the pronunciation matters. Now, irregular. These don't follow any rules. Irregular verbs don't follow any rules. They have their own particular past form. They have their own particular past form, okay? They are unique, they are special. So you have to memorize them. And yes, this is the difficult part of it. You have to memorize them. So I'm gonna try to have activities and things like that with them, so you can memorize them. So regular verbs end in ed. For example, work, worked. Invite, invited. Studied, studied. Stop, stopped. Did you notice the difference in pronunciation? Again, work, worked. Invite, invited. Study, studied. Stop, stopped. So that's the difference in pronunciation with these consonants and vowels at the end. Now, irregular verbs are different. For example, do, did. Drive, drove. Have, had. Go, went. Sing, sang. See, saw. Spend, spent. So these are irregular. As you notice, they have different structures. They do not end in ed like these regular verbs. So I'm going to give you a list of those verbs, no problem, as soon as we finish. I have it right here. So pronunciation of ed. Now, this is another class we're going to have, because if I start explaining that now, you're gonna get confused. But I'm going to give you a little bit of it, okay? Now, and then later on, we review this. Pronunciation of ed. So first, we have these three different sounds. These are sounds, English sounds. This is ed, this is t, and this is d, okay? Ed, t, d. For example, in here, the verb is want, but in past, with the ed, sounds like wanted, 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 wanted. Here, we have need, but in past is needed, 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 needed. So you see, it adds an extra syllable to the word. Now, with the T sound, it's different. We have this T sound when we have these consonants at the end of the verbs, these consonants over here, and we have ed. For example, help in present will be helped in past. Look, looked. Sniff, sniffed. Laugh, laughed. Watch, watched. Watch, watched. Kiss, kissed. Dance, danced. Fix, fixed. Now, cold. In here, we have the sound D. D. So in this one, with these consonants over here, the sound that we have is different. Is, for example, call in present would be cold, cleaned, cleaned, offer, offered, damage, damaged, love, loved, use, used. This is incorrect. This goes here, the S. Amaze, amazed, amazed. Because of the vibration, amazed, it means D, okay? And rob, robbed, claim, claimed. So these ones finish in D sound. So keep that in mind. So these are voiceless, voiced, and these are voiced as well, okay? Now, the pronunciation of words ending in ED depends on the final consonant sound, the final consonant of the verb. There are 3 ways to pronounce ED at the end of the word in English. Id, t, and d, these 3. So that's pretty much it about pronunciation. Remember, we're going to see that later on. So next question says, do you remember phrasal verbs, guys? This is another thing. I don't know why it is there. So do you remember phrasal verbs? No? You don't? Yes or no? No? So phrasal verbs are a combination of verbs and prepositions. A verb and a particle. Okay? A verb and a particle or a preposition. For example, find out. It means discover, investigate, realize. For example, the police found out who stole the chicken. The police found out who stole the chicken. Like discover, investigate, realize. Well, actually not investigate, but investigate is like look into, not investigate. It's realize, discover. Look after. Look after means to take care of or protect someone. You are the older brother. You have to look after your siblings, okay? You have to look after your siblings. So this is how you will do it. You have to look after your siblings. You have to take care to protect them because you are the older brother. She is a babysitter. She can look after our children and give them what they need. Okay, a babysitter job is to look after children. Okay, so look after. What is look after? To take care or protect. Find out, to discover or realize. Let's find out who killed the man. Let's discover. Okay, her parents found out she was pregnant. Her parents discovered, realized she was pregnant. So these are the 2 phrasal verbs of the unit, of this part of the unit. So guys, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. See you next time.